Hello everybody, welcome back to Destiny of Zaltara. Today we have a more hands-on video, so less scripted, more me talking and showing stuff, and it is the first in the line of the tutorial videos about the game. Today we want to talk about the basics of the game, so dice, tests and so. While the game is pretty complex based on its game mechanics, the basics for the game, so how the tests are made and the dice, it's actually very simple and it works nearly everywhere the same. Okay, we are using Tabletop Simulator for to play. You can of course do this with actual real dice on a real table, but it's far more convenient for me to show you this in the program. Also, today most people anyway use digital tools to play together. Okay, DOC uses dice pool system. So instead of just throwing one dice, like for example a d20 in Dungeons and Dragons, you throw a lot of dice. And the dice you will throw the most is the d10 die. You have one here. You can roll it. And you will in general throw more than one. The more dice the better, because once you throw the dice, for example, what you want normally is a result of 7, 8, 9 or 10, which are all successes. So the more dice you have, the more you roll, and once you're done, you count how many success dice you have. So in this case, it's 1, 7, an 8 and a 9, so 3 success dice. It's not actually a really good throw for me. But anyway, so you want more successes to see if you can beat a test. Now, this directly gives way to the next question. Now I have my dice, I throw my dice to see how many successes I have. How do I know that I actually have succeeded, whatever test I was making? This is simple. Normally there is a DC, this is difficulty class. The GM generally decides what is the DC, or some rules tell you how high the DC is. You make your test and you have your result, success dice, and then you compare this to the DC. Let's say the DC is 3 and I had 3 successes, so that means I meet the DC. This means I actually would have passed the test. And if I had more success dice, or the DC was lower for some reason, you would also can get higher or better results. So more dice, success dice beyond the DC means that you have a better result. It's a so-called success level. And the success level means that you can have 1 or 0 dice left after the DC. Then it's a really close victory, basically, a close success. And then there are several steps up to great success. This is 6 or more dice beyond the DC. And this makes a difference between you just barely making a test, like jumping over something or trying to climb over a wall. And like with a great success, it's like you effortless move over it without even breaking a sweat, making any noise or anything like that. So higher results are of course always better. Now, where are these dice actually coming from? And this leads us to the next point of the video, the skills. In general, most tests you will make in the game are based on skills. Like if you, for example, run somewhere, or as I just said, the example with the climbing over the wall, this would be an athletic test. So your dice that you will have there is based on the athletic skill that you have. Each skill has a skill level, and we will talk about in depth about them later on again, but just for example, you can have a skill level of 3. This gives you 3 dice, and every skill is also connected to attributes. They also give you dice, so let's say another 5 dice from your attributes. And this would be then your dice pool you throw in your test. We have over 20 skills, and more or less everything is covered. So from running to shooting to talking, and specialized skills like medicine is also part of this. And then there are also abilities, but this is a more complex topic and we will talk about this later. Alright, this should be the basic of what you need to know about how the dice system works. If you have any more questions, just write it in the comments or go to the Discord server and ask there. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.